So, good morning, guys. I'm starting this video from the top of my house. This is how it looks from here. First of all, let me tell you that today is the January 27th, and when I'm recording this, and actually I have finished my 75 hour challenge on 20th January 2024. What I'm about to do, what I'm gonna do next, that will be the coming videos that you'll be able to see after I upload all the 75 hour videos, and you'd see what I want to do next. But I'm recording this because a couple of things happened in between. In January, that was really devastating, man, for me. Too much. Two things happened to me, and both the times, man, it was really hard for me. On the first one, I couldn't control my tears, but the second one that happened to me, I couldn't control my tears, man. I cried. I cried. Yeah. Let me tell you something. When this year started, like everybody, I wanted everything to go smoother for me, better for me. I wanted to achieve something more in my life in this year. Well, that's everybody's expectations, right? Well, what happened? Let me tell you what happened, you guys. So, you guys remember that I had uploaded a video, first video. I uploaded two videos about the Jimmy guy, and I'm not gonna upload any more videos about him. That was it. So the first video that I uploaded, where there was even goats there. So it was like about 20 kilometers from where I live, from this place. That hill, that's called Marcella Hill. So in the morning, I went to the Marcella Hill at around this time. This is around 10 a.m. right now. So somebody gave me a stack of money for something what I do, but that money I was supposed to give to somebody else. So I received a stack of money. I'm not gonna say how much, because I don't know, for many people maybe it's just too little, so you won't understand. But as I told you guys, I'm in debt. So that stack of money, that was like this thick, it was like a lot for me. No, it was definitely not for me. It was for somebody else. So what happened, the person that I had to give it to, he was not here, so he was out of town. So I kept it to myself, and when I went to Marcella Hill, I put the stack of money in my back pocket. I'm gonna show you guys. I took the money, I put it in my back pocket. So I went to Marcella Hill. I made a vlog about it. That's on another channel. I talked about that Jimmy guy for this channel. I didn't touch the money anywhere. Okay? I never thought I had the money. And the whole tour was around for like 3 to 4 hours. I went there around 20 kilometers. I spent some time, and I came back. And in the whole time, I never talked to anybody. I was all alone. Nobody was with me. At any moment, there was no interaction, not even a touch with anybody in that trip. But when I came back, when I was like 300 meters from my house, I somehow realized that there is nothing in my back pocket, and I could not believe that there was no money in it. Like that money vanished. today 27, and I went to that Marcella Hill around 2nd or 3rd January. The only probability there is, and it had never happened to me. This is why I'm making this video. That these two incidents that happened to me in January this year, it had never happened to me all my life. I never believed this could happen to me. At least the first one. I was riding my bike when I went to the Marcella Hill. The money wasn't back in my pocket. I don't know. Did it slip out? I mean, is there a possibility? I may say that there is a slight possibility, but slipping out that chunk of money, that note, and me not being able to anticipate anything, feel anything, that there is, something slipping out, that is quite extraordinary, man. It had never happened to me. I'm definitely making sure this will never happen to me. But that money was that money I took from someone else. I had to give it to somebody else, but because I lost that money, now I had to pay that money, and that was a really significant amount of money. Significant amount of money. Man, it just crushed all my budget of this month. How, in some of the comic scenes, there are guys, there are people who make that kind of face that they are just blurring out after listening to some bad news. Like they're about to fall down. That's what happened to me in actual terms. I was about to fall down. That was quite significant amount of money, and I lost it. I wanted to make a video about it, but then I said, okay, it happened. What's there to make video about it, right? But you know what? Yesterday was 26th January. I even thought about making a video about it. It was the Republic Day of India. So I am living in this Ranchi, is a state capital of a state called Jharkhand. There's a state in India that's called Jharkhand, and I am living in the capital of it. What happens on this day is the head of the state comes on the main ground, and there are a lot of activity happens there, like some kind of parades. In parades, government showcases what they're doing for the community, for the state. They're showcasing that, and the head of the state, he gives a speech, about what he thinks about the state, what he thinks about the country, all that sort of thing. So I went there to make a vlog about it. Of course, for a content creator, that was a content for me. So I went there to make a video about it. Okay, and everything was smooth, and I don't know how to say this, man, because even mentioning that again in my head, it is making me really dizzy, man. It's just, I can't believe still it's been around like 24 hours now, but I still can't fathom the fact that it had really happened to me, and there is no possibility of getting that thing back. So what happened yesterday was, I was shooting the video with this phone, okay, and I had another phone in my pocket, and I don't have any SIM in it. I don't make a call from this phone because this is for content creation. So I don't want anybody to call me when I'm making a video about anything, right? So I never thought about putting a SIM in it. So I had a separate phone for that call and payment, WhatsApp and all. 90% of my editing I used to do in that phone. I was creating content in that phone. I was editing in that phone. So I was making a content, you know. I had this phone in my hand, in my right hand, and I never paid any attention to my pocket, of course. And it was a little slim, and the the pant that was wearing that day, yesterday, it was a little loose, like something like this, you know. It was like this. So I had put the phone in my left pocket and was making video like this. So I don't know when, but somebody took it, man. Somebody took it, man. And I couldn't believe that it happened to me, because it had never happened to me. And why I'm making this video about, because I had so many content there, man. I had so many data, I had so many videos. As I told you guys that I make a lot of videos. I have a couple of channels, so there was a lot of content in there, man. There was a lot of content. There was a lot of videos. So I have a couple of channels, man. So I had a lot of data. I had a lot of videos in it. That was unbelievable, man. There wouldn't have been any videos in it if there would have been any data on it. I wouldn't care about it. But for a man, for anybody who is making videos in that phone, that was my whole work, man. That was my whole work. It hurt me really hard. It hit me really hard that yesterday, man. It was all this time, you know, coming back from that ground, you know, from the ceremony. You know, I was like this, man. Half of my day, I hold my head like this. Couldn't believe this happened to me. I mean, why it happened to me? Why? Man, I lost a lot of content. I never carried even 100 rupees, but that day I carried 4,000 rupees in my back pocket, and it just vanished. It just vanished, man. Trust me, I have no other word. I have no other word. It may be slipped out, but I did not for a moment, you know, had any feeling about it. You know, you should get a little feeling that it is slipping out or not. I don't know. Maybe the fabric of my pant was such that it eluded me from having that feeling. I don't know, man. I don't know the reality, but it just vanished from my pocket, and I did not make any contact that day. Yesterday, yes, somebody made contact, but it never happened to me, man. I had been to much more congested places. They are jam-packed in that one place or in a one way. Nothing happened to me because I used to wear jeans most of the time, so I used to put that phone inside the jeans, and it is from that jeans it's really hard to take it out. But yesterday, I don't know, man. I wore simple pant. It was a little loose, and I had that phone, and it got stolen. I would assume that many of you guys have like iPhone or something, which you update like every year or every 1.5 years. But that was not an iPhone, and that was with me for the last 3 years. I had no problem with it. And it was working so well. I was really taking good care of that phone, and we were not supposed to be separated like that, man. The thing that I'm saying right now is an emotion. Please understand it. If it had slowed down, if it would have been broken down, that would have been something else. But been separated like that, stolen like that, oh my God, I do not have any words. And most of all, as a very important news, that the selfies that I took from day 27 to day 23, it got destroyed. I have the videos, but I had stored that phone and that photos, the selfies on that phone, and that phone got stolen, man. So yes, that was my experience, man. I thought this year would go great, but oh my god, it started really badly for me. I just don't know how this year is gonna end. If this is the start, where I lost 4,000 rupees and around 20,000 rupees mobile phone that contained all my work. If this is the start of this year, I just have no idea how this year is gonna end, man. And it's looking really scary. It shouldn't happen, man. But it happened. It was way out of the ordinary. That's why I reported it. That's why I'm talking to you guys. This is way out of the ordinary. It had never happened to me. It had never happened to my family even. You know? So be a little alert about it. No. And yes, I don't want to cry in this long video, but I had to make it. So this is it, man. Thanks for watching it, guys. If you watched it so far, please do like and subscribe so that I could get over it as quickly as I can. Yeah, man. Thank you. And that's it. I never cared that. Yes, I don't carry money for eating anything, for vegetables.